You cute as monkeys here. Hi, how are you? This is Mabo
and Jimmy.
We just came back from Rupaul Drag Race DragCon LA 2019. We saw the bow ties and we met many people out there. Who did you see, Jimmy?
I just saw from afar through the curtains, or I saw pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
And I met Tammy Brown.
Excuse your mouth. Tammy. That's funny. And I saw several season 11 queen, Scarlet Envy, and Brooklyn Heights as a boy.
The first night, VIP night, he wasn't dressed up.
Yeah, he was so cute and kind, and also Upperlands and Mercedes, she was great too. Evie's line was too many, and I couldn't get to it.
And she was behind the magic curtain, so
so we couldn't see what was she
really
was wearing.
Get to Evie much.
Also, I saw the AfterBuzz TV cast.
AfterBuzz.
Host and cast.
They mentioned this on their show.
That was sweet, and I'm so happy to see them. And also John Polly, from the Drag Race review channel on YouTube, was present. He was there. He was there as well. So it was happy weekend. So did you guys go to DragCon? If you guys went there, just leave a comment below, because I want to know what was out there. Because me and Jimmy couldn't get to the panels, or we couldn't get to experience the full entire thing. So how was it? How was your reactions? Let me know. We still haven't watched Reunited, so
we're gonna watch Reunited right now.
Ding! Finally.
Miss Vanjie didn't make the top 4, but definitely made a big impression. Let's take a look.
It's
back.
Hello. I can't help the fact that I go into bed kind of fast.
Bitch, you came through. Now,
I love how she went out.
Thank you. Love ya. I might come back. Don't set off the spot like that. I might come back, babe. I can come back again and be like, hey, I'm at the finale too. Y'all never know, bitch. They might spin the wheel, land on me again, bitch. See you later. Miss Vanjie, do this.
Now, Vanjie, what's your proudest moment being on this season?
One of my proudest moments is getting invited back. Not everybody gets the invitation to come back. It's like the Willy Wonka ticket. 5 hoes get it.
Yeah. You look a lot different. Every time after a long period of time the girls have been on the show, when they come back.
I ain't with Dr. Gizmo. What do you think is different?
Are your teeth new?
Is the camera on? Yes, Mama.
They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. And how did it feel to be eliminated last week?
Honestly, it was embarrassing. Like, I felt...
Really? You did so well.
Bitch, what the were you thinking when you packed 45 swimsuits? Easy. I was mad myself.
Why did you bring so many swimsuits?
What happened was, I was traveling a lot. I was working. So, I was doing everything over the phone with a bunch of different designers, not realizing a lot of the designers were making me a lot of the similar silhouette.
That was right on brand for you.
Yeah, which is a brand, but bitch, I don't want to be getting read every other day by Miss Michelle Massage.
Yeah.
I be crying from episode 5 all the way through to 12. The hell, Michelle?
And Sugar, you had some opinions on her silhouette.
I did. I mean, you look gorgeous in the silhouette, but I think when we started to look at everyone doing their thing, it was the same thing, and I know I was working really hard to try and take the critiques, and so it did become frustrating. I think, especially after the fact of watching it, seeming like, oh, bitch, what's going on?
I think Vanjie's really cute, and we're just getting to know each other.
It's real fresh, out the womb. I'm going to the floor. Those kisses keep coming. I'm going to keep accepting.
Me and Vanjie, are you two still a couple?
Couple.
RuPaul's Drag Race is brought to you by Great flavor and good for you. The taste of both worlds.
Things are coming out like lava.
All of the queens get to see what the other people said behind the scenes.
But I still don't know what timing they are filming the confession party, It's just...
It's before, after, somewhere during the show. Unless it's the ones when they're doing their elimination dance for your life, or lip sync for your life. Those are probably done, because they probably have them tell the story in the present moment. Like, what was I feeling right then, but don't give away what the result was. Like, what was I thinking at that moment leading up to it, and they speak in the present moment, then it looks like the reaction's happening right then.
If they are filming like a year later, maybe you guys forget and watching over, that's gonna be like they're a great actress.
But it somehow happened.
Yeah.
Now the world is dying to know.
So
are
are they
you still a
together?
couple?
No, we're not.
Why not?
We dated for about 4 months after the show, and we tried to make it work, but our schedules were just very different. He was traveling all the time, I wasn't traveling at all, so we never really saw each other, and it was scary for me.
What does being in a relationship mean to you? That means like you guys are committed to one another. You can't date other people.
Well, it wasn't just that. Like, the number one thing that's always been really important to me is my freedom. I've always wanted to be free and be able to do what I want to do. So to factor somebody else into my life and plans and just have that feeling like I could never look at somebody else and find them attractive, or never like flirt with somebody else was really scary for me. I was starting to feel really stifled.
Right.
And it was really hard because I really do care for Vanjie a lot, and I still have a lot of love for him. And
because Vanjie, you said that you wanted that Nicholas Sparks, The Notebook kind of love.
Yeah, I'm romantic at heart, and when it comes to stuff like that,
I love that about you.
I don't play. And I wanted the Notebook experience, and I was getting a post-it.
Okay.
And it's no tea. But and it's okay. And that's why we are on good terms, because we recognized it early, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
We had different views.
Do you want to get back together?
Oh.
Do you want to get back together?
I'm not going to say never. I still have feelings for you, and I know you still have feelings for me, and just as long as we always have love for each other, anything's possible in the future.
Well, listen, next, the queen who put the tea in salt tea. Ooh, child, Raja O'Hara.
Do you have enough balls to tell Ruth?
Scarlett, who should go home tonight?
I guess Raj has been in the bottom a
A lot?
That she was on the same bottom with me the first go round.
Well, I'm
First
sorry.
time.
I can't take it personally. I don't
No,
know.
because I am taking it personally, because
Well,
you
sorry.
threw me under the bus.
Well, they asked me a question.
It's not like...
And it was so painful to have to go back home and watch you call me ugly, watch you call me smelly, watch you call me, like, worthless, essentially, because I told you need to focus. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't think that was the right response in the moment.
Well, I will apologize that you feel some type of way. I will even apologize for even having...
I don't think that's an apology. No.
That isn't. That's some bull.
You don't apologize because someone's feeling some kind of way.
You said some hurtful
Making me
behind
feel
my
that.
Well, can I
back.
finish what I was saying?
Absolutely. Because you can direct it this way when you're done with TV.
I will apologize. It was definitely not my intention to drag you through the mud. But like I said, I was feeling some type of way, and I went to the elementary school level with my reading.
It does
How
not
did
help
it feel watching yourself on television doing that?
It was actually eye-opening getting an opportunity to watch myself on TV.
Eye-opening how?
Well, because I don't necessarily see myself as, like, maliciously mean. I don't go out of my way to be, like, in your face. I hate you, bitch.
But you saw what we just saw.
So somebody had said before about the show that Rue's trying to give them opportunities to live up to their shit, and that's exactly what Rue is trying to do for Raja, and Raja's not seeing it.
Yeah.
And she's even pointing it out now. So this is interesting.
Yeah.
So that's
Still,
why
she's defending.
she's defending her bullshit.
opinion.
Watching yourself.
I feel like the competition wore me all the way out. When I came in, I felt like I was a capital T. Baby, I left feeling like a lowercase s.
Would you do it differently?
What I would do differently is not focus so much of my energy on the girls, because what I was hearing was a lot of positive feedback for the other girls, and I was like, I wasn't getting that. It was very much, I don't see you, where are you, you're here, you're invisible, you're unmemorable. So that like kept playing in my head. You're unmemorable. Like, we want more. And I was thinking more was, I need to go pull some more drag up out the closet, but I forgot that I was supposed to be pulling it up out of myself as opposed to just being...
So that's not
Yeah, no, I understand. And after Plastique got attention from me and Alyssa Edwards, big time.
I did.
One after another.
Girl, obviously, that was a hard 2 weeks for me.
During that moment, a lot of people asked me why I didn't snap back, because when I looked into your eyes, I could see it wasn't about me.
Hurt people hurt people. So I'm sorry that I hurt your sister. I truly love you. I was at a point where I needed to speak to somebody that knew me, loved me.
So
Why didn't you say that?
I did say.
To clear the air, I did not instigate that situation. Raja asked me a question at that moment. I explained to her what I saw, and I even said that on camera. And how she handled it was all on her.
But watching it back, you instigated every single problem that I had.
Yeah, she did.
Speaking of that.
What I can't do is...
Yeah, it's like Raja misunderstood. Because Akira.
Akira stirred that pot.
A lot of people say I instigated. Raja asked me a question on what I saw. I said Plastique's boyfriend came on camera. He said something about her family, was congratulating her. And I left it at that. And even then, before Raja took off, you also noticed on camera, I said, at least that's what I heard. She asked me a question. I never went to Raja and said, hey girl, Plastique's boyfriend just said X, Y, and Z.
There's the wrinkle.
Talk about her family.
What you say?
He just talked about her family.
What he said about her family?
It ain't what she been saying.
But the week afterwards, in Untucked, I asked you why Raja reacted the way, and you just stared blankly into my face.
No, I said because a lot of us girls feel some type of way about your story, and we don't understand your story completely.
That's a good way to play off any blame for yourself, though, girl. That's exactly what Silky was doing when we got in that first fight, and I was speaking to Silky about the things that.
But you never said.
Yeah, when I watched it back, I was like, why is she saying I heard from some girls when, like, I'd heard it from you that you were concerned about some inconsistencies. So when I saw that back, I was like, why isn't she owning up to this?
Okay, let's be clear. A lot of us girls have had a conversation or had some words about Plastique's story or how it didn't add up. So it was not just a me situation.
Who was confused?
But in the,
And I said that in my interview, that I was confused, and at that point, I just did not know.
But I don't get why it was so confusing.
Because at the time, as things were going, like I said, a lot of stuff, when we're in certain situations, a lot of stuff didn't add up. And I said that. In my opinion, a lot of things did not add up, because at some moments when you were in a situation where you were at the bottom or something, it seemed like an excuse came about.
I only found out about pop culture about, like, 3 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they not know Mariah in Vietnam?
No, girl.
But I really related
found out
to
about
that.
Beyonce
So,
legit 4
yeah,
years ago.
Faith was saying this is not true, this is really true.
Do you think you were stir though?
No.
You don't?
No, that's why I honestly let it go. Like, I just admitted to myself that I was confused in the
To
moment,
our eyes.
because I genuinely wanted to know. Outside of the show, we have grew a bond, and we were actually close.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. You were one of the girls who I had considered one of my good friends for the show. But as a viewer, after I got back, it really hurt me.
Palace calls.
I didn't see what was going on behind my back. I didn't see what you said to her that made that whole fight started.
Raja saw me walking back to my station. She asked me, what did I see? I explained to her, because I was, if you look at the also
All
on
right,
the
all
thing,
right, we
I
got
was-
it. We're gonna wrap this up. Next, two of the season's biggest characters also delivered some of the season's biggest conflans, and we loved every minute. Why were you going in on Evie?
Like when I was having body issues, people may not realize this. I gained 30 pounds filming, and that's why I had so many body.
While we were filming
While
this
we were
show.
filming,
Much,
I gained 30
Why did you
pounds.
eat?
Like, oh, what can I do? Because we can't go out, and I just can't go get new foam and make new pads. I had to use what I had.
There was foam there. I mean, to be fair, there was foam there because I was told to correct my body, and I corrected my body.
The harshest criticisms that I had to give were when people were being the most resistant to growing. So I was reading everybody all the time, just like we're all reading everybody all the time. It was all cute, but I just have a very low tolerance for bullshit. If you're sitting there ignoring the facts, I'm going to be the one who's like, bitch, those aren't the facts.
Well, what she's saying is that the Emperor's not wearing any clothes, and she couldn't stand the delusion after hearing what the judges had to say for girls to come back to the workroom or wherever and say, I don't understand what they're talking about. Well, the judges just told you what they're talking about. That's what she's saying. So, Evie, was the most hurtful thing Silky said that you should go home because of your illness?
That was just painful because I know that she was just talking about like my sprained ankle or whatever.
I didn't know that you had the disease at that time too. So I honestly said that just talking, and I never thought that you would have got upset about it. But later I realized why you got upset about it. So I want to apologize to you in this competition. I've had to put up such a hard exterior, you know, to kind of protect myself.
Silky and Evie, dare I say, you are two of the most fascinating queens in Drag Race history, and you are stars.
We live in a culture right now where divisive rhetoric is winning. It is our responsibility to create the world that we want to live in. Hallelujah.
You, my dear, are the pride of season 11.
Yay. Yay.
Nina, your elimination really broke hearts around the world. Now, Nina, one of your super fans is a queen from Queens who spends a lot of time in Washington, D.C. Take a look.
I am so sad. I mean, I don't want to do spoilers, but again, no spoilers, but to the queen that went home this week, just, you're amazing. And I'm sad, but I'm excited for you.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Are you down with AOC? How does that make you feel?
Are you kidding me? As an activist and as someone who is politically engaged, that was the greatest thing I think that could have come from this. This idea that someone like her a year ago was serving tables in a restaurant. And she never gave up on her dream. And the fact that she even noticed me and celebrated me and celebrates me is tremendous.
Well, she's not the only one. Didn't Rihanna slip into your DMs?
She did. And to have the impact that I've had on people who have already seen the world and done tremendous things and have had impact on me and the lives of millions of other people is humbling, and it's amazing. And it wouldn't have happened if it weren't for you or for the show. And the bravery that you lead with allows all of us to have a voice and to have strength in ourselves to continue this legacy. I hope you know how much it means to all of us. You know?
Yes. Thank you.
Go West.
After just 6 episodes, Drag Race fans caught a case of scarlet fever. Take a look.
The world wants me, and the feeling is mutual.
Scarlet is delusional. I would say this is a beautiful dress, but I see tons of holes.
Oh. Oh no.
Huge. I feel like this is actually really terrifying, right?
Scarlett is definitely feeling herself. She's walking up and down this joint in her own world. She's back in the workroom.
What the is that? Somebody give her a mirror, darling.
Yeah, it ain't working for me.
Love you.
So, Brooklyn said something at a viewing party that ruffled your feathers. What was it?
I think she said that the entire cast, I think she actually used the word hate, hated me.
Really?
Personally, did not enjoy Scarlett on the show. You just rubbed me the wrong way. You came across very cocky and very arrogant, and you were constantly trying to kind of just one up. There was always little comments. I don't know if it was a game you were playing or whatever, but it just ruffled my feathers. And when I said that at the viewing party, in all truth, like, I wasn't sad to see you go when you went, because on the show, I didn't care for you too much. And we
Have you heard that from people in general before?
No, I hadn't. And maybe I was as delusional as I was said I was. And if that's the case, I invite everyone to live in my world. It's a really fun place to be.
At that viewing, well, Scarlett, darling, if anyone has a problem with you, you just look at them and say, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, you too.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Coming up, how did the wigs get to Plastic Station when they do not want
Wigs.
So,
Next.
so somebody also had told me that there's something that Brooklyn says that might
Hurt the crown.
hurt her get the crown.
Yeah.
So I don't know what she said. Maybe that was what it was.
Yeah, it was
But
not
if it
too
was
bad.
Just that, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was not too bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
our opinion.
you have a choice to not
Yeah.
like somebody.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's as bad as it got.
But to me, like, you know, at this point, like she is up on the competition, so it almost like, you know, you're picking on somebody weaker.
That was right. That was off the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy bitches will fight over anything, starting with the mystery of Ariel's wigs. Take a look.
Oh, I forgot to unpack that entire shelf.
I'm backpedaling. Now, Ariel, why did you tell the girls that you left the wigs by mistake when you tweeted that you left them for plastique?
I come up with it. I saw that Plastique was under the impression that the wigs were for her. My ass knew that I left them by mistake, okay? I totally left them by mistake. And I'm going to tell you, I did not leave the wigs for you. Now, when I saw you guys coming at her throat about the situation, I didn't want to dig her into a bigger hole than she was already in. Did you clear your wig?
Raja, did you take a wig home?
There was one of her wigs that made it in my suitcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
She was dipping that and she had to go. They said, hurry up, we gotta go to the game.
If you're late, then hop in our suitcase,
But bitch, guess what?
Oh no way.
Oh, no. Then a couple of games later
Oh,
on,
so
too.
she has now? Oh, there it is. So at the drag con, when they were entering, called their name and entering on the carpet, right? So I saw the footage that Raja threw at the area when she was walking
at DragCon.
At the DragCon, when they were walking, so everybody was like reacting to that.
As it was funny.
Yeah.
It was meant to be funny.
Right.
This is an opportunity to share to the world. I'm proud Muslim. I'm the first drag to be here as Muslim.
Love you. We love you, Mercedes.
Yeah.
And you should be happy because you are the most wonderful, lovely, sweet person. You really, really are.
I'm so happy that you've had a great experience with that. But what I really want to know is how many times a day do you come across people who scream, Apala! I earn everything!
Apala! You earn I still have a hard time, trying to say the word.
Let me hear you say it.
Opulence. The rest. You earn everything. You own everything.
You know, I just wanted to ask Kahana, do you feel left out of the whole phenomenon?
You know, the thing about it, in that moment, it was like really hard. So to see that, like, play back and be such this big thing is like, well, thank God I got something out of it, because I was stressed the out doing it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of feel like with Mercedes, like, we connected the most on the show. And the thing that, like, hurt the most was when you posted our lip sync work bitch right before the show, and you said, Shantae, you stay. And to me, that was just like, you just didn't care. You didn't really acknowledge, like, my feelings in that. You know what I mean?
Can you explain
what? So I posted because someone sent it to me. I was like, oh, girl, this is a cute one. And I just posted. And right away, that's when I got the inbox from you. And what did I do? Before I even emailed her back, I went to my page, took the video down, and I said, I am so sorry.
Kahana, what hurt your feelings about it? What was it?
It was just the fact that when she had posted that, it took away the surprise of, oh, Kahana might stay.
I took right away.
You know what I mean?
Because it wasn't like it was there for days.
And you insinuating that she had already won the lip sync. Like, I reached out to you, and then, like...
And I did apologize
and
to
I let
you.
it go until you posted it again. And that's what bothered me. And that's what bothered me. For me, you don't own everything by being shady, and being shady doesn't make you opulent. That's all I'm gonna say.
So she took it down. She posted it. She took it down, and then she reposted it later after the lip sync had happened.
Just recent now.
So what is it? I'm not. Why were you hurt by something? You know, her intention, keyword intention behind it, wasn't to be hurtful. You know, you have to be aware of your feelings, and because feelings are not facts. What if I said, you know what? None of my business. What other people think of me is none of my business. Let's all say it together. What other people think of me is none of my business. Now remember that. And the other thing, a word of advice, pay your taxes, please. Pay your taxes. We will be right back.
Coming up,
thank you. And play a little game we call Toot or Boot. First up, Scarlett's Creature from the Black
I like it.
Moon.
Toot.
Toot. Oh, that's a lot of toots.
Honestly, just gas.
I thought in the moment most people were not liking it.
I just remember when she turned around, she had that big hole in the back.
Up next, Plastique Tiara's Farm to Runway. Toot or boot?
Toot.
Yeah. Toot? Yeah. Did you toot it?
Oh, absolutely. Baby, she looked like an angel.
Thank you. Gorgeous. No toot for Raja.
No opinion.
Up next, Nina West's Face
Yeah,
Bikini.
toot.
Toot. All the way up. Up next, Sugarcane's
Combat.
We need to burn this.
Up next, a curious calf tan that wasn't toot or boot.
I mean, I don't...
Google Captain Pants.
Finally, soju with a side of kimchi.
Toot! The hell out of here.
Akira, why was that not a toot for you?
It was just something not. It was confusing. Can I toot her little spin around during the lip sync?
Listen, that's gonna be my DragCon outfit, my finale outfit, everywhere.
Now, as the Betsy DeVos effect continues to decimate the Department of Education, we here at the library is open, darling. This reading is what, ladies? Fundamental. Okay. Now let's start with a queen who didn't get a chance to read this season. Kahana. Who are you going to read, hon?
I'm going to start with Miss Plastique.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing you very clear from here, darling. And it was interesting to me that you just learned about Beyonce 4 years ago, but you knew every word to Hood Boy. Do they only know Missy Elliott and Cardi B in Vietnam?
Oh, she got you, girl. Mercedes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start with you, Vanjie.
You want me to read it for you?
Vanjie, right after season 11, you were just a meme. And I guess...
And what the f*** are you?
Right after season 11...
I mean, that's still gonna last longer than you, bitch. I'm realize whoever you bought the jokes back, you better ask for a refund, bitch.
I did not buy the joke, girl.
I know you did $25 a joke, and you want your money back. She need it back.
Up next is Ariel.
All right, I got a few. Here we go. Miss Evie Oddly. Babe, Frodo Baggins called. Girl, he wants his ring back. Soju, girl. Do you remember that one episode when we get... Oh, wait. You don't.
You.
Soju, who are you going to read?
Silky Nutmeg Ganache. I am so upset you used Sharpie on my face, girl. That's permanent, unlike your career.
Girl, please.
Akira, I'm scared of her, so I can't do it. Ariel Versace.
You call me a blogger, you should read up on my new article, How to Not Fall in Front of Rupaul, bitch.
By wearing flats. Start wearing flats. Honey Davenport.
Akira C. Davenport, ass almighty. That ass is magical. It reminds me of a genie's lamp because it's cold, dark, and when men rub it, they wish for something better.
Nina's gonna read.
Silky nutmeg ganache. Come on, baby. You know, the only thing less blended than your hip pad this season was the Tiki Dilla and Soju's face. Speaking of soju, it's a shame that your career hasn't exploded like your sis. Tell me, really quick question, did it K-pop?
Redemption! Wow. You're safe from elimination.
Yeah! Way to go!
This is not a football game.
It's a competition where people get eliminated, right?
Just like football!
Yeah! Right, Ross?
Yeah, bro.
Michelle's upset about how much I scream. She hasn't heard that much screaming since...
Last night?
Yeah!
Now, my top 4 queens. Ladies, each of you brings your own distinct flavor of charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. And right now, it's anyone's game. So tonight, let's end on a kind note. My eliminated queens, I want to hear something you love about each of the top 4, starting with Akira C. Davenport. I want to hear what you have nice to say about Akira.
She is the MacGyver of drag. She will take anything and make something. So yeah, I don't know. I wanted to say something nice just in case somebody wouldn't say anything.
Up next.
Oh, really? That is?
As a fellow dancer, how you move your body. It's something I, struggle with, and to see somebody just take so naturally and live in their element is you're beautiful to watch.
Thank you so much. Up next, Silky Nutmeg Ganache. Oh, the hands are all up.
I always will respect somebody that is 100% authentically themselves, which you are. So I always have to respect that, and props to you for doing you the whole entire time.
Thank you. All right, up next, Evie Oddly.
I noticed Evie, the minute she walked in, I pegged her as someone to watch, just because there was nobody else like her in the room, and there was just something about her that had this star quality, and I just think you are so talented and so authentic, and I love how you always speak your mind, and I think it's a really rare quality, and I think you're amazing.
Thanks, ladies. Now, in 1 week, one of our top 4 will be crowned America's next drag superstar.
What's gonna happen tomorrow?
1 year supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills Cosmetics. And a spin of the wheel will kick off, or will be revealed in 1 week at the grand finale of RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yay.
Now, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? All right, now let the music play.
TV.
Or the winner, but for the...
It's Nina West.
Probably.
Yay!
Next time on RuPaul's Drag Race. Don't miss.
So that was a reunion. There are a lot of things to talk, and it was funny. All drama and all. But so next week's we're gonna have lip sync for the crown as usual. Recently they are doing that.
Right, and you're gonna spin a wheel and see who they're paired with.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. Silky and Akira had to do something, otherwise those 2 girls are really good lip syncer, Brooklyn and Evie. I can imagine those 2 not gonna eliminate it in the process, but looking straight away in the last couple of seasons ago.
Yeah.
Sasha killed pedal falling out, all so any kind of surprise gonna
they're gonna do something.
No butterflies though, no butterflies. No
or,
live animals.
Or moths.
that will not work for you.
Live animals, maybe not.
So thank you, and so late review, but we just came back from DragCon, so
literally just drove in early this morning, so I'm tired.
Yes.
Drove all night.
But thank you for watching, and see you next grand finale show episode. This week. Alright, tomorrow. So bye bye, have a good one. Love you.